Hello and welcome back to my channel. This is Andy in Singapore, and today we are going to do a quick review of the Steinhart Ocean 39 pink gold ceramic. This watch is loaned in to me by our boutique. Thank you very much, Eric and your team, for so kindly loaning me all these watches for my video reviews. So as the name implies, the Steinhart Ocean 39 is actually a sweet little diver here which models itself, or this one I would say is heavily inspired by the famous R brand type of diver. It's got almost exactly the same kind of looks. This watch here has a pink gold plated case. It is stainless steel but plated, and the ceramic bezel here just looks great, and I would really think that this is a like for like remake or inspired watch. Although there are some small differences between the Steinhart and the famous R brand, notably the case shape is obviously different. This one here has a very straight look to it. Right. The actual watch, I would think, has more curvature to the mid case, and obviously this one here at 39mm is slightly smaller than the actual R brand watch. I still think that this one looks really good. I particularly like this ceramic bezel here. I think it feels really nice, the texturing, even the color, the matte black ceramic bezel here. My opinion, I think it looks great. With the lens zoom in just a bit, let's run through some of the key specifications of this watch. As the model name implies, this one here has a 39mm case size, but upon actual measurement, it is the bezel that is 39mm, thereby making the case actually a that bit smaller than 39mm. Overall thickness for this watch is 12.9mm. It's got a 20mm lug width, and you can swap this out for a leather strap. I think it will look pretty good. Lug to lug distance here is 46.6mm. I would think this makes the watch very wearable for folks with smaller wrists. Got a pretty small crystal size here, coming in at 28.5mm. I think, in terms of bezel size and case size, you have to make it proportionate, so thereby we sacrifice a little bit of dial space. The Steinhart Ocean 139 is a Swiss-made watch. It is powered by a Swiss movement, the Sellita SW200, just like its many Ocean 1 siblings in the stable. And for a Swiss-made watch, I think it is priced very sensibly. This one here comes in at Singapore dollars 768. You can definitely get this one from our boutique. I would think the Steinharts actually represent pretty good value, alright, for not a lot of money, way under $1,000. Getting a Swiss-made watch with very decent build quality, nice rubber strap, nice clasp over here. Let's spend some time to talk about the case design and overall build quality. In terms of construction and build, I think the quality here is definitely very good. Right, for the price you're paying, the bezel clicks, they are precise, very audible, very pleasing when operating. Even the crown, I think the crown action here is smooth. And generally for the Steinharts I've handled, I don't have any issues when it comes to the build quality. But I'm not exactly a big fan of this pink gold plating over here. I think the pink gold color does look a little bit funny, and it is very much a smudge or fingerprint magnet. The Ocean 139 comes on a very nice fitted rubber strap, and this is the type of rubber strap whereby you need to cut it to your desired length, very much like the Zin type of rubber strap. I'm actually not a very big fan of such straps because I don't think you can dial in a very good fit or measurement when it comes to cutting the links or whatever you want to call these things. Okay, but I do agree that this is very well made and it is very nice touch by Steinhart. Just take a look at the vents over here. So you got the vents here for sweaty days, and overall I think even the rubber strap here, I would think it is of very good quality. And the watch does have a butterfly style clasp. This one looks like it's fully milled, very well made, feels very solid. Again, I'm not a big fan of the plating, it looks funny. Okay, the pink gold here looks off, I think the color looks off, but in terms of construction and build quality, it is okay. Let's take a look at the wrist shot of the Ocean 139 on my wrist. This is obviously a staged wrist shot because the rubber strap here is not sized according to my wrist, which is around 6 3/4 inch, 17 centimeters. In terms of wearability and fit, this one here, no issues at all. Despite the lack of curvature on the mid case, the L to L distance here is under 47 millimeters, so no issues at all with protruding lugs and all that. Overall, just looks very nice. And now let's have a size comparison between the Steinhart Ocean 139 and my own Glycine Combat Sub. So both watches are Swiss made. They house the same movement, the Sellita SW200, but you will see over here the Glycine is very much the much larger watch at 42 millimeters versus the Steinhart at 39 millimeters. And here's the lume shot of the Steinhart Ocean 39. As you can see, it glows really bright. It's some sort of a blue kind of lume. Not too sure what grade this is, but the brightness is definitely good. I'm not too sure about the longevity of the lume because as we speak now, it does look like the markers, our markers lume are starting to fade, but overall I think the brightness is really good. So in summary, I would say the Ocean 139 is a pretty decent build watch. Nice build quality for the money you're paying. Swiss made watch, Swiss movement, the hardware, the rubber strap, everything. I think for this price you're paying, it represents very good value. But at the end of the day, I'm not convinced by the plating. The color just looks a bit weird, and I'm not too sure if I'm a fan of this smudge going on at the case sides over here. And to be honest, these days I'm not very convinced by watches that pretend to be some other watches. You've got really nice names like homage or inspired by and all that, but at the end of the day, this watch is trying to be another watch which is many times costlier, and I'm really not a big fan of such watches these days. And that concludes our review for today. I'll see you next week for more video reviews. This is Andy in Singapore. Bye bye.